The question that I have, I've been trying to think about the question for a week, and now I think I see it with clarity. I think the question is depression step 0? And the reason I'm asking is...
Say again?
Is depression step 0? Because contrast is step 1. When you're seeing something you don't like, then you activate something that you want. But when you are in the depressed state, are you even in step 1, or are you even below 0, below 1?
That's a really interesting way of looking at it. So if you want to say what's before step 1, you might say 0 is before step 1 if you want to. You were born into step 1, actually. You were born into step 1. You were born into your ability to explore contrast. And so the exploration of the contrast, if you want to call it that, you can call the exploration of the contrast step 0 and the launching of the asking step 1. That follows. We think that's a valid observation. So the contrast, the beginning place, causes step 1. So you're just wanting to say, well, what was before step 1? Well, the beginning place. And you may call it anything you want. We think 0 is a good name.
Yeah. Okay. But in what I say in that regard is like when somebody is depressed, they are not bothered by what they don't like even. I'm not sure if they are launching the rocket of desire when you are observing the contrast from a depressed state.
You are. On the emotional scale that we have designed, depression is about as resistant as you can be, because it is one of the strongest words to describe the strongest deprivation of your alignment. When you are truly depressed, you are not allowing yourself any reception to the resources that you are desiring. And the reason for it is just time and momentum not flowing in the direction of who you really are. We want to give you something really important. This is such a good conversation. Did you hear us, and do you accept that there is a vortex and that your inner being is there, experiencing and living and being all that you have become? In other words, your inner being is the becoming of all that you've asked for. So we want to say to you in as strong a way as we can say, depression could not exist in your human physical form if this extraordinary expanded part of you did not exist. Because what depression is you're disallowing what you've become. So we used to say in the beginning, we would say, if you sort of want something and you sort of don't believe it, you sort of don't feel good. But if you really want something and you really don't believe it, then you feel terrible. And so depression is really, 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 really having created a lot of wonderful things, and you're really, really, really not a vibrational match to it right now. And so the power of who you are is the reason for the absence of how you feel. That's why that depression is that empty disallowing of who you really are feeling. When you're really mad at yourself, like really discouraged or really feeling blameful about yourself or guilty towards yourself, you couldn't feel that way if your inner being didn't love you so much. They go together. When the love is strong and you're depriving yourself of it, that deprivation feels like depression.
Yeah.
Helpful?
Yes.
Something more?
Now I understand. It's clearly, the feeling is demonstrating that it's in there. So
and we would like you to take that away, because when you feel negative emotion, don't beat up on yourself. Say, hey, there's something really good going on. I'm not allowing it right now, but there's something good going on right now. I am really loved, and I'm pinching it off. I'm holding it under the water. If I just let go, take a nap, meditate, go swimming, do something to distract yourself from whatever is holding you apart from who you are. Yeah. What else?
I think I need to process it. I think you answered the question. I need to
Really
process
good.
it.
Really good. Really good. Step 0.